Hello, it's Henry again. So another little problem that I've been having with my RV since we bought it in June of 21 was that the cigarette lighters on the front panel and the USB on the front panel were non-functional. Now I had a little bit of a look at it in the day, but we were busy and I just didn't tend to it. So on the center console here, so we have two cigarette lighters plus a USB outlet. And since we bought the unit, these have been non-functional. There's another USB and 12 volt there. That's always been working. Let's get it to focus here. Come on, camera, catch up. There we go. So the problem has been what's going on back here. And thankfully today we've been able to figure it out. So I'm pretty happy about that. But I've been able to sort it out finally. And it's a bear, a bit of a bear. It's actually it's a bit easier than I thought it was going to be when I finally figured it all out. So when you look on the manual, there is a maxi fuse for the cigarette lighter in the power distribution box over the engine. And that's a 20 amp maxi fuse. That's not the problem, usually. The micro fuses underneath the steering wheel here do not have a cigarette lighter fuse. So you're really at a quandary because if the 20 amp fuse in the power distribution box is good and the fuses in the power distribution box for the house are good and you're still not getting anything from the cigarette lighters, what's the answer? So online, someone said that there's an inline fuse buried in the wiring behind the panel. Now, the logic of this escapes me because, people are going to stick things in those and they're going to blow the fuses. I mean, it's going to happen. Kids, whatever, putting something there too big. I get it. But why can't we have the fuses in an accessible location to make it a little easier for the users? I mean, this is just nonsense is what it is. And the second thing is, so these fuses are on pigtails in the wire bundle underneath the panel. Now, if you take off, originally when I tried to take the front off, it seemed a little sketchy and I was a little afraid I was going to make a mess. So I tried to get them from behind and the wires aren't very long, so you can't pull them very far. I was able to change two of them, but I still had one fuse not working, one cigarette lighter not working. So I took the panel off, removed the screws, and was able to get at it better than I thought I would, and then I found the third one. So whatever the realities are here, these fuses were only 7.5 amps. So if you multiply that through, you're looking at about 90 watts, which is nothing. So I've replaced them with 10 amp fuses, which is not much different, but less apt to blow under trivial loads. 120 watts coming through the cigarette lighter with those type of wires isn't going to cause any problems. So it's all working right now, so I'm pretty happy about that because this has been a problem I've been staring at for a long time, and now I know what to do. I'm going to give you a brief tour here of these things so you can see them, and if you have a Georgetown or an F53 Ford with this type of problem, this will make life a lot easier. Alrighty. So here's the front console. I've removed the 6 screws. Do not remove the screws holding the heater controls because then it'll just fall away and be a real bear to realign. So be careful with that. These units are not really made very well to replace. Now, one other thing you can find is it's very hard to get it out further because the leads on the TV thing are very short. But you can get in behind here. And that's really what you need to do anyway. Okay, now let's see if we can find one of those little fellows. Just a second. So we put the camera here. Let's see if I can just reach in and get one first here, and then there it is. Okay, so you see that one there in my hands. That's what they look like. They're black square things with orange wire being the hot lines. I put a 10 in there. Normally it was 7.5. There's 3 of them. I got this one here There's one I got from in behind that thing, and there's one I got way over on the right side. Now let's see over here. We can pull it away too. Well, yeah, we can get at it. There's the one I fixed here. This guy here, that's the one I got the hard way on the right. So it's reasonably accessible, I guess, this way. But boy, what a bear of a way to do things. And for folks that folks that aren't really into this, that kind of stuff is really tough on users because they just don't know enough. I had no idea, never dreamed of me they would put inline fuses behind the panel in addition to whatever fuses could have been on the fuse panel. Now it's probably just saving wire, and I get it, but I mean, there should be another way to do this so that it's something that you can easily adjust if you made a mistake. Anyhow, that's a quick fix, and it looks like we're back up. So thanks again for watching. We'll see you down the road.